What is up, everybody? Thank you for joining us tonight on a very special pop-in of Comic Book Streamland. I'm hanging out here with Tom, and we're talking. We're going to be talking about comics and stuff like that. Yeah, the geek space, but we're also going to be pushing my new book, The Dead Princess Vicky Styx.
It's got monster boobs. It's got monster boobs.
Monster boobs, dude.
Look right there. It's happening.
Even monsters need a hero. Right, that's my tagline. That's
it.
Good. Even monsters need a hero. So, and that's who she is, right? She's the dead princess. She's, the last prayer for the creatures of the night. And this is it. Hopefully you join us. Right, here we go. We got Raymond. What's up, Ray? How we doing, bud? Looking forward to this issue. Thanks, bud. I'm looking forward to it too. I'm looking forward to. I'm not as prolific as Tom, with a release every other week.
No, that's Mr. Calderon. That's who you're thinking about right there. Dude has 2 live campaigns at the same time. Like
that's chops.
That's balls.
Chops.
That's balls.
That's chops. But listen, it's working for him. He's doing his thing. His backers are revolting. So go for it, brother. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Go for it. The only reason I pushed this up quickly is because I'm trying to get it ready for New York Comic Con and keep the lights on at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We're at the convention, I think 6 weeks away. Something I was hitting that
crazy
last night on Comic Book Streamland. But, I know it's not for everybody. I know you're not a big show guy, or excuse me, you're not a New York guy.
That's it. Very clearly, I'm not a New York guy. I like the con. I think the con is actually a really good con.
Uh-huh.
I think because of its size and what it is, the fact that it's still very comic centric is amazing to me.
Uh-huh.
But the city is what just demolishes it for me. I just can't deal with the city.
It happens. It's not for everybody. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. But it's home for me. So it's hard.
Oh yeah, no, easy for you. Yeah,
you're right. I mean,
if I lived in New York, I would do it. That wouldn't be even a question. But all the extra work for me it's just it doesn't.
I get it, dude.
Yeah,
and that's one of the things I wanted to go over last night. Right, the logistics of a big show is pretty fucking difficult, man.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. I mean, it takes a lot more planning than it does for a smaller show. Right. You just roll up, you pull things out, and you hit the convention sometime either before or after you check into your hotel. Because it's a smaller one, you don't need to stress all the little things that you would at a bigger show.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You ever had any hiccups at a big convention?
I had an asshole at New York Comic Con. Asshole cop. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
One more reason. I don't give a fuck about that place.
Okay.
Fuck those guys.
Wait, was it a cop or was it a security guard?
Cop.
Oh, excuse me.
Now he was being used as security, but he was a cop in the front part. Well, this is the old building. I don't know what the new building looks like. In the old building, the front area where you drive in, and they had police there, kind of like you go here, like whatever. And I was like, okay, fine. And so I get out of the van and I pull out, because I always have a push cart thing, and I pull the push cart out and I load it up with a whole bunch of stuff, because I'm like, I can probably do this in like 3 trips, because I'm by myself. I can probably do this in 3 trips. Let me do it. And I start to push it off, and he starts waving like this at me. And I'm like, what? Peace? Like, what are we doing? What does this mean? He's like, two. And I'm like, what does 2 mean? He's like, 2 wheels. I'm like, 2 wheels for what? Your cart. You can't come in with 4 wheels. And I was like, do you know how long it's going to take me to push this thing back and forth all the way up into that fucking hall on 2 wheels?
Yeah.
You want me to be here for 2 hours, or do you want me to be here for 30 minutes? And he was like, I don't give a shit. You're going to go on 2 wheels, or I'm going to kick you the fuck out of here. So I went 2 wheels.
Uh-huh.
And as I go inside, I notice everyone else is on 4 wheels. So fuck that guy.
Yeah.
And fuck all of that. And I was done. That was it. That was my last time at New York Comic Con.
Yeah. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. I've gone through that experience. I have. All right. 2 wheels and 2 middle fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, it's actually gotten worse since then. because you don't load in through the front anymore. You're loading through the back.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
cars are actually backing up like they're doing laps around the building,
Mm-hmm.
which I get it, right? But because I've done it so long, I've got, a couple of aces up my sleeve, right? I pull up to the building as close as I can, because even that now is limited. I pull up as close as I can. I got the team there. I drop them the passes. I pull all the stuff out of the trunk. Somebody stays at our hub, right? Well, we got 2 people going in and out, in and out, in and out. And I'm parking. Now, this is New York, right? 15 blocks is close.
Yeah.
Right? And that's double a regular block. I'm not parking 15 blocks away. If it's on 39th, I'm usually parking somewhere on 55th, 56th, right? Because if not, you're gonna get lit up by the freaking parking lots, man. You're looking at $60 an hour once they know an event is going on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Dude, when I did this con in Augusta, it was freaking awesome. We parked across the street, and parking was $7 a day. A day. I was like, who else wants to come in? I got you, right? Because I was ready to pay some dough for this, man. Right? I was like, okay, right. We're not a Class A city, so then I got to charge us those Class A prices, right? But I figured, okay, maybe $20 a day, right? No, I was psyched, man. Like, yeah, no fucking problem. No problem. But I know you get dickheads like that, right? I don't know, all the different places you go to, but New York is a big union town. Big union town.
Just burn it down. Burn it all down.
The Javits is a Teamsters building, and you don't get a stronger union than the Teamsters, right? Dude, putting one screw in, just one screw on your display means you're going to have to get charged by the Teamsters.
Yeah, fuck that.
If you're shipping stuff to the Javits,
fuck that.
Right?
Yeah.
And they're taking too long to bring it, and you decide to bring it yourself, you're still getting the shipping charge. You're the holding charge and the movement within the building charge. Brad, what's up, bro? How we doing? So it's a headache. It's a headache. I like the smaller cons. I do.
Yeah, but see, compare that to San Diego Comic-Con.
Okay.
All right. San Diego Comic-Con, they send you in the back parking lot.
Yeah.
They tell you to put all your shit on a pallet.
Okay.
You put all your shit on a pallet. A forklift comes and picks it up, takes it to your booth, drops it off, and you're good to go.
I love that.
End of the con, same thing. Go get a pallet, load your shit up. You go tell them when you're done. We'll take it out to the back. We'll dump it in your car. Good to go.
I love that. I love that. I love that, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. I wish it was that easy over here.
It should be. This is what I'm saying. Like, there's no reason that it can't be. It's just that people make things far more difficult than it needs to be. It's why I won't do Phoenix Comic-Con. Phoenix Comic-Con has absolutely some of the worst load in and load outs in the history of comics, of Comic-Cons. And I hear these nightmare stories every year, and I'm like, I'm never doing that show again, because I just don't want that hassle. It's just not worth the hassle. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
Still wearing your tie, man.
Are you okay?
Well, I hope everything's okay. He heard something go down.
I'm alive, and I just shit in my pants. Oh shit! Oh shit! Excuse me. I'm sorry. I thought we had a little incident here at home. I think I got to go change my shorts right now. Woo! Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I left you like that. Everybody's okay. Wow. Wow. did I did I show my ass?
No, but I was giving you shit for still wearing your tie.
Yeah. I'm wearing the tie. I'm wearing the tie. You know what, dude? I'm wearing the tie because nobody else I see on live streams does, dude. I've seen people fucking do live stream from their bed, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, trust me. There's some nonsense live streaming going on.
It's like, come on, man. Come on. Be the change you want to see. You know, I mean, just a little bit. I'm not. This is.
There's dudes that are always like this on camera. I'm like, you're really doing this right now?
Come on, man.
Like, sit up. You know, have a little bit of have a little bit of you know, sense of yourself.
That's all. I mean, I fucking shaved. If you saw yesterday,
You were a disaster yesterday.
I was fucked up yesterday. Bro. We got Champe saying, Champe, I like the new image, bro. That looks nice. I love it. Brad, Tom, will you have any extra Critters 25s? I missed that.
Yeah, we're about to ship those out to backers right now, Brad. So 2-3 weeks, you know, we'll have it all done, and then I'll have some context of what I have left over, and we'll put all that stuff on the website. So yes, yeah, okay. Give me a few weeks. We'll have some cons coming up too, so that's going to make me bounce around a little bit. But you know, in September, yes, we'll have extras on 25. That's no problem.
Are you doing the late pledges on that?
No.
Why not?
No, kind of just seems like a fucking hassle to me.
And
when the campaign's over, I got to move on. I can't be drifting with all of that. Now, what I do though, is for backer, because we use BackerKit 9 times out of 10 for surveys and stuff. So with BackerKit, they can add more stuff if they want to. And so that's an option that we do with that. So, but no, I haven't messed with late pledges. It just seems like it's just part of the thing is it's like you want people to get involved during the campaign.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole point, right? Is like, we want to drive the backers up. We want to drive the money up. We want to unlock stretch goals. We want to do all these things that comes with, you know, here, we're doing this for 3 weeks. Come in here, get in for 3 weeks. And then people are like, oh, well, you know, I forgot about it or whatever. So like, come on, man. We've been telling you about this for months. It's really hard for me to like, and I do it. We all get it all the time. Like the day after it ends, people are like, oh no, 100%. I forgot. Like, I'm like, 100%. This is why we tell you, come day one, you know? And I understand social media is not perfect. You know, we can be posting about it all day. People are not going to necessarily see those posts, but, you know, Kickstarter will tell people that you've launched a new thing. So, you know, watch your emails. And when he clicks go tonight on Vicky Styx, everybody that is a Jay, you know, backer is going to get an announcement that says, hey, Jay did a new thing, and like, come see it.
Oh, and we have gone live. And we went live the second this place, you know, turned on. Turned on. Baby, let me show you really quickly.
I thought we were gonna like go through the button pushing and
the fanfare wasn't there last time, right? I thought I was gonna get like, you know, fucking fireworks and shit. That didn't happen.
No, you only get the fireworks at the end. Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Vicky Styx, the 0 issue. It's all right. We already got 6 backers.
You already got 6 backers, and you didn't even tell anybody you were live.
Yeah, baby. We're going for, this is a quickie, 2 weeks. It ends on Sunday night, September 7th. So I hope all of you continue to support the campaign. All right. This is our cover, illustrated by Omar Frankia, written by me. Anybody who is a returning backer for any Kickstarter campaign I've done automatically gets this holochrome trading card added to their physical rewards at no extra charge. It's in there. And then for the first 48 hours only, we have a early bird holochrome trading card reward. And again, I've stolen the idea from Tom. We're paying homage to the old Wizard magazine covers. I would have loved to have been on one. You know what? Fuck it. I can't. So that's going to go out only for the first 48 hours to anyone who backs the campaign. But if you miss it, you can always get it later on. It's an extra $5 added on to any reward. Then we go on through who's Vicky, where the story's at, why we're making a supernatural comic book, where's the money going, if there's going to be add-ons, and why we're choosing Kickstarter. Here is a few preview pages. This is going to be half comic and half source book. It's a 24-page book. So if anybody wants to see the supernatural story right up in front, you got that. And then the second half, it's going to be like the old Marvel Universe handbook character entries. So we got that going on. Then, for anybody who wants a little bit more, you got the Unstoppable Comics digital catalog. That is every book we have ever made through Unstoppable Comics. And there's a great deal on that. I mean, I think you're saving like $30 if you just want the digital issues. We've got our stretch goals here going on, right? First one is at 1,300. We got 1,800. Then we have a backer goal. We added a little sticker in there for all physical backers. We have our foil stamped blood red variants of issue number 1 only. Sold in a 4-pack. So it's all 4 covers. Illustrated by Eric Tamayo. Illustrated. The second one was illustrated by I forgot his name. The third one was by Carlos Granda, and then the last one by Bun Lung. Then you got our trading cards, which is growing with every campaign. I think right now it's at 54, 55 cards around there. Not only that, there are special premium holochrome trading cards added to that. Then we have 3 new t-shirts that we have added to the campaign. So this is going on for 2 weeks. It's a quickie, like I said. I hope people continue to join us, and we'll get back to. We got another backer on it. Very nice, 173. All right, we keep going. I love it. All right. Here we go. We got DM Ray. Can we purchase copies of Vicky Styx with Galactus points? Yeah. Yes, Ray. Yes, brother. You can. All right. Let me close the screen down so we can show Tom's face. Again, I'm sorry. The cover of Vicky Styx is covering everything up. All right, we've got Black Rose Comics in Puerto Rico. What's up, bro? How we doing, man? Spectacular. Thank you very much. We work very hard on our stuff, man. So I'm hoping to have this book ready for New York Comic Con as well. We're trying to get this in under the wire. Like I said earlier, I'm last minute, Jay. Thank God the wife is busy doing something else, because she would have been chiming in and agreeing on me being last minute, Jay. It's what I do, bro. It's what I do. I'm not an advanced planner. I'm like, okay, it's crunch time. It's crunch time. Right, here we go. Where's the blind bags? I like that.
Yeah.
William, we're going to have blind bags at New York Comic Con.
What a sellout.
I love it.
Selling out.
They're going to be simple blind bags. I can order black cellophane bags.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we got that on order, and we'll just seal them up. I got the heat sealer, and we'll have that at the convention.
Yeah, but you got to print something on it.
Print something, or can I put stickers on it?
I mean, as long as something is on the bag that says,
right,
whatever. Yes, you could do a sticker. Yes.
Right. I could do a sticker, man. So that's the plan. It's definitely going to be a sticker. It's either that or whatchamacallit, James Tynion for the Exquisite Corpses books. I don't know if you've picked any of them up yet.
No.
So it's not a blind bag. It's a blind trading card. So it's in a cellophane pouch, right?
Yeah, they did those back in the day. It was like X-Force had, you bought X-Force, but you got one of so many different cards.
So he puts a specially branded backing board in the front. So it covers up the entirety of the bag. You can't see it. and he slips the card in between the backing board and the comic.
Yeah, but I'm just saying there's a card. One of 5 cards. We've done that before in the past.
Of course.
Yeah. That's not new. That's just
right. You know what? Excuse me. It's not new for us.
Yeah.
Right? Dude, X-Force was 30 something years ago.
Well, they did it for X-Force. They did it for Image, Darker Image. They did it for Darker Image. Trading cards like that. That was a thing.
Right.
Quite often back in the day.
Right.
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why that book sold so many, is because there was 5 different cards. So retailers were buying a whole bunch because they knew people would buy 5 copies to get all 5 of the cards.
Right. I don't think I got all 5 copies. I did it. I liked it. Oh, here's another gimmick that they had. The annuals at one point. Yeah. It was a crossover. It was the B story was the connecting thread, right? And the A story was the side story. Right? Yeah, they did that for Atlantis Attacks. And
the main story is the Atlantis Attacks or whatever. That's your main story. And then you'd get a couple of backups that were just whatever they happen to be. Yeah.
Really? I kind of.
Yeah. That's the whole point. There's no point in having Atlantis Attacks and then having your main story not be Atlantis Attacks. That doesn't make any sense. Evolutionary War and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's your main primary book or story or whatever would be for that, and then whatever else your extra stuff is.
Okay.
Sometimes pinups and
right. No, I always remember excuse me, not always. There was a Fred Hembeck story. I don't know if it was the Evolutionary War or the Atlantis Attacks one. But they would also introduce new characters, like William is saying. Right.
Well, for a while, that's what they did. That was the whole purpose, is like, hey, we're going to do an annual, and each annual will introduce a new character, because the first appearances were like the hot stuff. So they did that on purpose. Yeah. But none of those characters survived. No one cares about those things at all.
Speedball didn't survive. Right. No. Annex. No. The Templars. No. Battling Bantam. No.
Speedball was probably the only one because he was part of New Warriors. But
yeah,
that was it.
Yeah, that was it, dude. Right. Adam X. Yes, I remember that one. So it was afterwards. It was later on that they did that one year that it was every book was a brand new character.
Mm-hmm.
That was bad. That was forced.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was just forced. Yeah, forced whatever. Yeah. It's nonsense.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. We work hard, dude. And Tom works hard on his stuff too, right? He's launching next week. Here we go. We got The Executioner Survives. Yeah, he showed up in X-Men 97, but he's not a good character, dude. He's not. He's shitty, dude.
It's a flash in the pan character. Like, there's no big like. Oh, remember when the Executioner came back? Like, nobody cares.
No, dude. No.
Nobody cares.
No, but regardless of all that, they were still fun.
Sure, it could be fun stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
Right, dude. Where do you come at when you're making your books? Do you come at it as you want to make the most technically adept, accurate?
I gave up on that a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I gave it a long time ago. Like I try. There's sometimes like with artists, I deal with things where I'm like, I know what I want it to be on the page, but I cannot get them to understand what the fuck I want in this panel. Okay. And I'm just like, whatever, just forget it. Just go. I can't spend this much time in this tiny moment of this book. Huh? And forever I will look at it and go, God damn it. Why can't he understand what I want? But we got past it. We moved on, and it's just, for me, it's usually just sort of a visual sense. Like, I want the camera this way. This is how I want it. I want this close up of this information. And they're trying to fill the panel with shit. I'm like, no, I just want the hand holding the phone. This is the important information. This is all I want. And they're just like, but if I put this extra background, I'm like, fuck. Do whatever you want. I don't care anymore. Let's move on.
I know. So I had a moment like that. New York versus the World #3. The guy's walking around with the bat, right? But I wanted him to have the bat over his shoulders, right? And for me, it was reminding me of this moment in the movie Platoon when they're scouting and he's got this one guy has the M60 just over his back, right? And it's like, he's not ready for war, right? He's being super lackadaisical, but that's the most powerful weapon in their fucking platoon.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to use that image, but with a baseball bat.
Sure. You should have just shown him the Bo Jackson baseball bat. Yeah.
Yes. And the sequence was what I wanted. He swung it around and he got it ready, right? To show that, yeah, he was relaxed, but he was primed at any second. Problem is that highlight was all the way in the back of the frame.
Okay.
God damn it. You know, that sucked, man. So I didn't want to fight it. I was just like, fuck it, let's just move on.
Sometimes you just have to let it go. And, you know, it's one of those things that, you know, it'll be in the back of your head, like you're George Lucas, like, oh, I could fix that.
I have,
but you just got to be like, okay, whatever. We moved on. We're fine.
Yeah,
everything's fine.
Yeah. But it's also what makes the story sometimes, right? It's like, okay, I'll hold on.
Yeah. It's a struggle sometimes as far as dealing with storytelling because, and I've struggled with this with artists. There's an artist I'm working with right now who I was like, he turned in some roughs and I was like, man, you're all over the place. Like you're not really focusing on the script. Like there's stuff in these panels that you're not understanding. There's a point that we're making here when we do a close up of some item or something like that. Like there, we have to have that. And so I ran through the script with him and I'm like, look, I want you to really read the script because it tells you like, I only want to see this hand holding this item. That's the power of that scene. And in this particular case, he was like, yeah, I got it. I understand. We'll fix it. And I'm like, okay, great. But sometimes people just don't understand the storytelling. They're more focused on the world existing than the story getting its punch in that particular panel, or page or whatever. So, and I see this with artists all the time. I see it with cover artists where they just keep doing the same poses over and over again. And I'm like, man, is there no art direction here? Like what's happening? And then I've talked to artists and they're just like, well, you know, oftentimes when I work with these guys, they just say, do whatever you want. And so we do whatever we want and we turn it in. And I was like, that's gotta be like a drag. And they're like, yeah, it kind of is because we don't really know what this guy's expecting or whatever. So that he kind of gets an image that's sort of phoned in. Not that it's bad, but like there's nothing like dramatic about it. There's nothing sort of, you know, like, ooh, I haven't seen this position before or something. It's just the same thing we've seen, just, you know, whatever. And so I've had people come to me at cons and be like, why do you get better images out of these artists than other people? And I'm like, what do you mean? And they were like, well, because like this guy, I don't really like what he does over here, but whenever you use him, you get something different out of him. And I was like, oh, well, that's a huge compliment. And I really appreciate that. But the answer is just art direction. It's just, I gave them direction. I said, I want this character to do a thing in this sort of pose. And the artist is like, yep, I got it. Let me do my work. But so often it's just, hey man, do whatever you want. I just want you to be happy. Do whatever you want. Right. And then the artist, they already know they have 6 other covers they got to do. So they're going to be like, well, all right, we'll make a nice, easy thing for them. It'll be the sort of the same pose we've seen 100 times. And then we'll move on to the next cover. Okay.
That's on the covers, but interiors.
Covers, yeah. Interiors. My struggle that I've seen with the interiors is just artists. They don't always have that storytelling pop. You know, they're off in a different world of what they want to see, as far as like the world existing, and they don't understand that the world, we've already presented the world through these panels, and now we're in a storytelling standpoint where it's like, now you got to just see the fist. Right, like or whatever it is. Just show me the fist. Just show me the wheel of the car. This is the story that we're telling.
Yeah.
You know, there's a narration that is purposeful.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, now we're, you know, the car, the wheels spin of the car, blah blah blah. We don't need to see the whole car. We want to see that wheel. We want to see a reflection, maybe some light because they're in the city or whatever. Right. So there's story power that you can put into those things that a lot of artists are just like, well, he wants the. Oh, he said it's a wheel, but he must want to see the whole car. So let me draw the whole car. I'm like, no, I want to go
have to do that.
tight.
Right.
Yeah, I want to be there. I want to be in that tight spot. So, and that's just a learning curve. Again, there's some art direction to that as well.
But what if you were wrong, right? What if the scene needed more than just?
But if I'm wrong, I'm allowed to be wrong because I'm paying for the job. So if I'm wrong, So if I'm wrong, I take it. I'm like, you know what? That didn't come out the way I wanted it. That's on me because that's the way I wanted it. But if they're like, well, I think it'll be better this way, I'm willing to listen. I'm always willing to listen to my artists. If they're like, hey, I think we can do this differently, I'd be like, okay, show me. And sometimes I agree, and I'm like, yep, you're right. Let's fix this. But 9 times out of 10, I'm like, no, that's there for a reason. And I want it that way. But there's still times that I don't get it because they want it another way. So, you know, but there's nothing in print right now. Well, there's one thing that's wildly egregious that really pisses me off to this day. And I'm not going to tell anybody what it is. But there's one thing that is so wildly egregious that this artist would not listen to what I was telling him. And it got to a point where it's just like, I mean, I have to send this thing to colors and get it to print. We're wasting too much time. I can't deal with it. So I just said, forget it. That's it. We're done. It's the last issue anyway. We're done. And I never hired that guy again. There's
a second hint. Oh, so if anybody knows your catalog, I think they can decipher those two messages.
Maybe. I mean, you'd have to really kind of piecemeal the thread of because he worked on other stuff. So you'd have to really know kind of where it all happened.
But he worked on other stuff prior to his last. Yeah. He never came back.
No.
Okay. All right. So here we go. We got William saying, in the bigger companies, there are no more art directors, just editors.
Yeah, I've said this before. I think art direction at the big companies is very minimal. Yeah.
Right. I remember hearing stories how, you had Romita was there in the bullpen, and his wife was also there. So whereas Romita was telling you XYZ, right, where you were wrong, where you were right, Romita's wife was the one handing out the supplies, and she was like, can't fuck up no more, or I'm not going to give you any more boards, So that's, hearing that was really cool. Then we got Champe chiming in with not very professional of the artist to need an art director on his ass to give 101%.
No, that's false.
Wow. Okay.
Art directors exist for a reason. They're there to push the artist in the direction that is needed for the project. And I'm not saying any of these guys did bad work like on these covers. It's not that it's bad work. It's just that it's ordinary. It's the same thing that you see again and again and again and again and again. It's the girl and here's my butt or here's my boobs. It's just like it's good art, but it's just the same art. But if the art director doesn't come in and say, I need this character to be sitting on a throne with fire behind them, then the artist doesn't know that they need the character to be sitting on a throne with fire behind them. I mean, it's as simple as that. Okay. If the art direction is simply do whatever you want, then they're going to do whatever they understand the character to be. But if you need something, you have to tell them you need something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's not art direction, though, is it?
Yeah, of course that's art direction.
Yeah.
Me telling them that I need it on the throne with the fire in the background? Of course that's art direction. How would that not be art direction?
Okay. All right.
I
I thought it had to be more technically intricate.
Well,
dude, I never worked anywhere but here, so
it can go further. I mean, it can be
okay.
Look, your hand isn't right. Like, fix the perspective. Like, I mean, it
Yeah.
can go, art direction can go really, really deep.
Okay.
But the baseline of art direction is simply, what do you need? You have to tell the artist, what do you need? And if all you tell the artist is, man, do whatever you want, we're just happy to have you, like, you're not going to get that epic element, because they don't know what the epic element is needed for the story.
Okay.
Unless it's one of like your regular guys. Regular guys might cue in, you know, and they're like, oh, I know this book. I know how I'm going to do this book for this guy. But if you're just kind of like working with a couple of new people from time to time on covers and stuff, like, you got to tell them, look, this thing's take place in hell. I need the throne. I need the fire. I need the sword. You got to give them that. Otherwise, you might just get a girl standing in front of a wall somewhere, and, you know, it'll be good art, but it won't necessarily be like that. Oh, that's a good cover. You know what I mean?
I thought they were just notes. Okay. But it's art direction. Mm-hmm. See, because, all right. So chiming in to Champe over here. For those who don't know, Champe is the regular colorist at unstoppablecomics.com. I think he and I have a pretty good working relationship. And it's just notes. It's nothing major. It's not like rah, 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 rah. So, can you adjust this? Can you adjust that?
Yeah, I mean, that's art direction too. Like, oh, the knee looks weird. Can we move the knee in or out or whatever? Like, you know, that's art direction too. But like I said, the baseline is, you got to tell the artist what you want.
Right. But there's times also where Champ is like, hey, I think things would look better X, Y, and Z, and here are the different options.
Yep.
I appreciate that.
Yep.
I think that's fucking awesome.
He's art directing himself at that point.
But he's
giving you options. Yeah.
Which is opening up the door for me to be a better storyteller.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
You know, so I like shit like that, dude. Yeah. Right? I wish other people had that. Some people
back and forth on art is great, as long as both people are like in the vibe. Yeah. You know, ooh, let's make it. Ooh, what if we did this? Oh, what if we did that? Like, this would be cool. Like, then you really have a good flow, and you're going to get an amazing product at the end. I've had like knockdown dragouts with some of my artists in the past about covers and stuff. And, you know, Nia Rufino, she and I have gone head to head, Jen Broomall and I head to head. But at the end, we got what we wanted. We were like, oh, damn, that, you know, that argument that I want this and I want that and you want that. And we got what we wanted at the end, and it was spectacular. So, you know, as long as the two people are, you know, respect each other, right?
Of course.
And you know that this isn't a personal thing. It's just like, we're not there yet. We can do more. We can do this better. Right. Then you get those epic elements at the end. Yeah.
And that's the beauty of making a comic book. I know it sounds weird and poetic, right? But that's there's magic in this, man. We're not just fucking making books, bro. We're making magic.
Oh, 100%.
Right?
100%.
And we're getting people to say, this is awesome, or this is shit, but hopefully this is awesome.
Yeah.
Right. I've got this is shit. But coming back, that's the key, dude. You know, and I get people coming back. I get, like, right now, just a quick look at the campaign. We're at what? We're at you know, not even an hour in, right?
Boom.
You know, 13 backers, $500, almost funded. But I guarantee you, these are return backers. You know, and
yeah,
it feels like I'm doing something right? Because they're coming back, bro. Oh man, I got to stop doing this because I'm shutting you out.
You're fine. It's fine. You're fine.
Yeah. The overlay working here, baby. The overlay working. All right, so here we go. We got Mr. Shepard. All right, the writer can be the art director. Would have got
Of course, I am the art director of my stuff. I write the books and I work with the artists, and 100%. In the larger companies, you have more of a delineated. You know, this guy does this and this and this and this, and that way the writer can just kind of write and kind of move on and get on to the next script, and the editors theoretically can deal with whatever art needs to come through. But in small press, like what we do, we are the art directors. Yes.
We're more than just the art director, but yeah.
Yeah.
And then here we go. Champion's coming back with, so the problem would be in a not very specific script. Yeah. So that means most of the time I'm the problem.
Yeah. But that's the interiors. I'm talking more like cover stuff. Yeah. Cover stuff. Cover stuff. It's different because you don't have a script. This is my point. You have to give the cover artist a script too, right? Either whether it's literally the script and you can be like, pick a scene out of the script. That's art direction. But if it's just, hey, we're doing this book called Critter, do whatever you want. How do they know what to do?
Right.
Yeah.
And here we go, Champion coming back. And I'm not saying art directors are useless or not necessary. I just say that you as an artist should always give your 100%. I'm with you. I'm with you, brother. We are the whole production line. Damn right. Damn right we are, man. From top to bottom. And I heard a podcast this morning with Matt Fraction. And he was talking about it. He's like, other than writing the book, I don't know what to do. Right? He said something to the effect of, being on Batman, if they say we need to sell the book better, he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't. And I find that,
which is funny because in the 90s, those artists knew what to do.
Look at that.
Todd McFarlane came on to Spider-Man when it was in the shitter for sales, and he knew what to do, and he fought for what he knew what he needed to do, which was like the spaghetti webbings and the crazy paneling, and he knew what to do, and he changed that book. Same with X-Force, and I'm not a big Rob Liefeld guy, but listen, X-Force was in the toilet, and they were like, "Save it, go save it," and he knew what to do. So it's weird to me that we in the 90s knew what to do, and now in 2025 we don't know what to do.
We don't know what to do. Again, he's a writer, right? And
sure, but that does, of course. But Rob and McFarlane was working with what, Dave Michelini at the time, but they were. I won't say that they were like 100% co-writing or anything, but they were working together. Let's make Venom. Let's do this. So, and then same with X-Force with Rob and Fabian Nicieza. Let's what do we do? Deadpool, Domino, blah blah blah. Let's do it. So him as a writer, you can't figure out how to make new characters. You can't figure out how to do something different with Gotham. You can't figure out how to do something different with the villains. You can't make a new villain. You can't make a new situation. Like, you as a writer can't figure out how to write Batman. Like,
no, not that he can't figure out how to write Batman. He can't figure out how to increase the sales on Batman. He doesn't know the first step, I guess, of marketing, right? He needs to rely on the machine, whereas we have to build the machine along with the book, along with ourselves.
But the machine only works if he's produced something that the machine can hype up.
I think he has an interesting take on Batman. I really do. He's leaning a lot more into the trauma of it than I think anybody else ever has. He's not putting it into Front Street per se, but it's definitely the foundation of.
Are we buying Batman for his trauma? Who's buying Batman for his trauma? We've been doing his trauma for fucking 80 years.
I know.
Who's buying his trauma now? Unless he's got some weird spin on it, and that's the whole thing, right? These characters are 80 years old. You got to find a spin.
Of course,
that hasn't been. You got to find a spin. So if he's got a spin, okay, that's fine. Got a spin, but otherwise, I'm not there for the trauma. If I want like the trauma and stuff, that sounds like Incredible Hulk stuff for me. Like that's way more traumatic to have your body, tear itself apart and turn into a monster. That's trauma. If dude's 80 years old and he still cries about his parents in the alley, I'm kind of like, come on, man, you got to move on. At some point, you got to move on.
Dude, at one point, I can't write Batman. I can't, because I'd kill the series. I really do. Bro, you know what? He's not fighting anybody else but himself, right? He's angry at the little kid who got his parents to step out the movie theater.
Yeah.
That's simple. Yeah. And he's never going to be able to forgive that kid. And if he does, there goes Batman.
But that's only in that one context, right? When you take Batman and you put him into like these cartoons and stuff,
Yeah.
that's not Batman.
Which one?
Any of them.
Got different perspectives.
Yeah, but any of them really. Maybe I don't know about that last Crusade one or whatever that they just did. I don't know about that one because that's really based on old stuff. But even Batman animated series, like he wasn't. That's not Batman and Batman animated series. That's not Batman in any of the Justice Leagues or any of that kind of stuff. Like
no, it's not the one from Unlimited, but the storylines, dude, they were pretty deep, dude. You know, they were very layered.
Yeah, they're layered stories. I'm not saying they weren't bad stories, but I'm not getting a sense that the series was based on him going, "Oh my god, I was such a stupid kid," like all the time. You know?
No, definitely not. But they did explore things that no one else had before.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. So then here we go. Going back to R.A. Shepherd. Right. They both knew how to bring excitement. Yes. Yeah. A lot of close-ups and a lot of cross-hatching. Right. And not only marketing, you have to do new things or remixes or push the art. That is what 90s artists did. Liefeld, McFarlane, Lee. Yes. Right. And they lean into different aspects of him. They do. They do. I mean, when you look at it, they're all dealing with their own personal trauma.
Of course. Yeah. Of course.
Right.
But then they've all also been rebooted and retconned in different, things. And it's just like, so I understand his point. Like, what do I do at this point to like make sales go better? But my decision would not be, let's really get into his trauma again. Like, no, dude, we've done this. At some point you gotta just understand what the fans want.
Okay.
That's where it has to start. Understand what the fans want. Go from there.
Do they always do that though? I mean,
no, they don't. And I'm not saying that should be what it is all the time. Like you can't just simply write for the fans. That doesn't work, because then you still are going to have the people that are like, well, this isn't the way I wanted it. Like, no. You got to give them things that they don't expect, surprises and so on. Of course. But you just have to understand the tone of what they want for whatever character it happens to be. Wolverine, they want to see him do this.
Of course.
They want to see him growl. They want to see him jump in the room I want to see that, in the old days, they want to see him smoke a cigar, but he can't even smoke a cigar anymore because that's politically incorrect smoking now. Crazy. The first thing I would do if I wrote Wolverine, I would give him a cigar back.
There was going all the way back to William talking about the annuals. Yeah. There was a Proteus Saga annual, and
what?
The Proteus Saga.
Oh, yeah, Proteus Saga. Yeah.
Right. Sure. Wolverine was wearing the blue and the yellow, the classic X-Men jumpsuit, and after the fight or before the fight, he takes the cigarette he had, folded it in his tongue and put it in his mouth, and went on fighting. At the end of it, they were like, "Did it hurt?" Like nobody's business. So why'd you do it? Nobody's business. I don't know why the fucking line stuck with me over 30-something years. It just did. I understand the smoking aspects, both pro and con. I really do. But as creators, I think, there's better workarounds to it, right? It makes us...
Well, the whole thought process is we don't want kids to think smoking is cool. I understand. Yeah. That's fair. But honestly... kids, smoking happens every day, everywhere. They vape now, which is even almost worse.
Yeah,
like you can't get around it. So the fact that you're taking away smoking from a character who has a healing factor and it's not going to do anything to him.
Okay.
That's just you're taking away character.
Did you watch Ocean's 11?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. You notice how almost every scene, Brad Pitt was eating something else, right? Because he was a former smoker who's looking for something else to fill that addiction, that void,
sure.
Right? That motion, right? That physical motion that he gotten so used to. I think that adds another layer to him. So he's an ex-smoker without them ever having to say it. It's a creative way to work around it, and sure. it adds complexity, and I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. If I did Batman, it would be a 12-issue Elseworld with the art dipping into Bill Willingham, Sam Keith, and Mark Teixeira territory. Ooh, I'm a big fan of Mark. I think his Ghost Rider run and the Dan Ketch Ghost Rider run was the shit. I really do. It was, it had a little bit of Neil Adams, a lot of that '90s cross-hatching flair to it, but it was fucking awesome. The '90s. I understand, the '70s. The Sal Buscema's and the John Buscema's, all of that stuff, right? But Mark with Ghost Rider and Ron Lim with Silver Surfer, those were my jams, dude. I mean, those guys really nailed those characters, dude. You know?
Well, I mean, that's another. I mean, obviously, Silver Surfer isn't Batman, but that was another guy who understood the assignment and made Silver Surfer relevant again. So yeah.
Yes, both of them, right?
Both of them. Yeah.
Yeah, Jim Starlin was able to explore things that he didn't.
Of course. Yeah, no, Starlin. But yeah, but if you had Starlin writing and you didn't have Ron Lim, who redesigned all of this stuff. I mean, really, for a modern audience. I mean, people will still look back and be like, it's Jack Kirby, like that's what we want. But for the modern audience, Ron Lim brought Silver Surfer to a modern audience. So he did a great job artistically.
Yeah. That was it. That was it for me. I could not miss an issue when it was coming out. So we go RSL. Wolverine in the samurai lens in Japan was awesome. Okay. Raymond coming back. He's super excited for this. And way to be, brother. Champe, they made 4 kids a character whose primary thing is stabbing people to death. And they get upset that he smokes.
Yeah.
Yes. Jay Lee with Namor. Oh, I got to push back on that one, RS. I really do. Jay Lee on Namor did not work for me. The Savage Namor, the John Byrne Namor, for me, those 25 issues, that was it. I was down with that. But the
Jay Lee was an interesting choice for Namor at that time, but I don't think Jay was really ready to go all in on that. I don't think we got Jay Lee's best on that book because he was fairly new. He was a new guy, and but just thinking about Jay Lee now and what he could do with underwater scenes and monsters and stuff, like, oh shit, give me Jay Lee on Namor now. Like, take me underwater with that now. But yeah, back then he was too ripped up and bulky and stuff. It didn't really kind of fit the character. But I think Jay Lee would destroy an underwater story now with Namor. That would be amazing.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Because I think he's refined his style and he understands, a lot of more of the subtleties of the art.
I need to see more Jay Lee. I think the last Jay Lee thing I read. Oh no, excuse me. He's got a book right now.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
I could not get past the first 7 pages.
Amazing. It
was hard for me, dude. Sisters or maybe not sisters that are part of a hunting society. Okay. Look what I'm writing, right? You'd figure that book would be right up my alley. It's a tough one. It's a tough one for me. I don't think I'll come back for the second one. Then here we go. William, Ron Lim or Mobius?
I don't like Mobius.
Really?
I really don't. I'm not anti it, but it's just a little too. It's a little too artsy fartsy. I like the composition. I think he does great composition. Like you look at it and you're like, oh fuck, that looks really good. But when you get into the art part of it, it's like, it's not vibing for me. So there's things that I kind of like and things I kind of don't like.
Jean Girard brings Ron. Oh my God, Silver Surfer to those alien worlds, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
But the beefiness of Ron Lim that's a lot. Jay Lee Hulk through a horror lens would be dope.
Sure. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You're riding that Jay Lee train, bro. Okay. All right. I'll take it. Listen, just because we're both Jays, I'm with it. All right. It ends tonight. Okay. Make that Vicky book graphic a little bigger so it covers your whole face. Okay.
That's how you get clicks, Jay.
That's how you get clicked. All right. Not really comic, but the Bernie Wrightson illustrated Frankenstein is pretty cool. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Bernie was fucking a master. I'm really bummed that Bernie passed. Bernie would go to Comic Cons and have nobody at his table. Like,
What?
yeah. Towards in the later years, you would just be like, oh, there's fucking Bernie Wrightson, and nobody's at his table. And I would always tell myself, like, I should get that guy to do me a cover. I don't know if he would ever do it, but in my brain, I was like, I should get that guy to do me a cover. And I would push it off and push it off. And then eventually, these guys are gone. You don't have that opportunity anymore. That it's toast. So Bernie is something. Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine Bernie doing a cover for me here on Vicky. Just that monster. Oh my God. Okay. Champe, Jay Lee, less than JD. You the fucking man, Champe. Damn it. If I had the money, I'd give you a raise, bro. I really fucking would. Bernie deserved better.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
yes, he did.
Yeah. I agree.
But listen, I know you got to cut out. You got to do something at 10 o'clock tonight, right?
Nope. I don't have anything going on.
Oh, it canceled?
What's 10 o'clock tonight?
Or was it 10 in the morning?
That was 10 in the morning. Yeah, I did it this morning.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was 10 p.m. Okay.
No,
okay.
I did my Oz show this morning. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So listen, we'll go the extra half hour. Here we go.
Sure. Whatever you want to do, man. Whatever you want to do.
We're hanging, bro.
Yeah.
It's Saturday night, right? I wish I had some whiskey in front of me. I didn't. We're having a good dude. The campaign. I don't want to cover your face again. But do
whatever you gotta do. Show it.
Here we go. Look. Show it. Let me take this down for a moment.
No, they don't need to see me. Show the campaign. It's fine.
Relax. Can I be a gracious host? Let me be a gracious host. All right. Thank you. All right. We're gonna take that down. Art direct Bernie or give him free reign. No, you can Bernie somebody you give free reign. Just
Bernie knows what he's doing. Bernie will give you what you need. Yeah.
I need elements 1, 2, and 3 to be in the image.
That's it.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Right. Here we go. All right. So an hour into the campaign, we are looking at 526 with 14 backers.
What's your goal? Is that 800?
800 bones, baby.
Yeah. So
we
you're
need
$300.
We're $300, less than $300, 274. 274 away. Here we go. Okay. You know what? The missus brought me a little. I guess she is watching tonight. So I'm gonna enjoy a little bit because we're having a good fucking night. We're having a good night, right? What I thought was a crash was not a crash.
Good.
So we're okay. We're okay. I'm telling you, bro, that scared the shit out of me. It really fucking did. All right. Okay, here we go. Jay needs a limb cover. Bro, you are preaching to the choir. I would love a limb cover. I know he's doing stuff now. I just don't know how busy his schedule is and if he's taking on indie projects at all yet. But I would kill for a limb cover because it wasn't just Silver Surfer was his lock for me, but his Captain America stuff did it for me as well.
Yeah.
Damn, he did really good shit, right? And then here we go. You give Bernie a 2-sentence description. Dude, I don't even think you needed to go that far.
I had a cover from Ron many years ago that I sold, and it kind of pisses me off that I sold it. It was a Captain America cover where it was like a close-up of his chest, and he had the star and whatever. Okay. And then you had the Wasp. She was like tiny, like flying right in front of him. So she really took up the cover, but then it was Captain America's chest behind him. It was a really cool cover. But it's long since left my collection, which is kind of bummer. Yeah.
Dude, that's a great piece, man.
Yeah, it was. That's
a great piece. Which was that one from?
Captain America.
No.
I don't know what issue it was. I have no idea.
You sure it was a cover, not a splash page?
It was a cover, yeah. I don't know how we'd even find that. Ron Lim.
Captain America Wasp.
Captain America Wasp. We'll just start with that.
There we go.
See what might pop up.
Yes. X-Men.
Yeah, there it is. It's Avenger. Oh, sorry, it was Avengers, not Captain America. It was Avengers 3. Okay, let me get it. Let me get it. 340. It looks like. Open in a tab.
Ooh,
Come on. Come on.
Nice.
Oh, here, we'll just save it. Wasp.
All right. Ooh. Oh, I'm good. Dude.
Taking shots back there.
Dude, yeah, you know what? It's Walcott. I was drinking Buffalo Trace for a minute. I don't know if you're a whiskey guy or not.
No.
Drinking Buffalo Trace, but it doesn't pack the punch that Walcott does. So we're rocking and rolling with that one. All right.
Okay, here it comes.
Let's see.
Share screen. Share tab. Share. There you go.
There we go. Yes, I remember this. You own that piece.
Yeah.
That I remember this, dude. Oh, those were during the White Vision years. Look at that. I remember this, dude.
Yeah, I had some crazy shit, and I'm really bummed. But at the time, I either needed the money, or there was a time where I was just sort of cycling things too. I was like, well, I've had this one for a while. Let me sell it and buy a couple other things, whatever. So, I was an art dealer for a while. So this was one of the things that I had, and it's one of the things that I missed that I don't have anymore.
Oh man, so this was early 90s because it's still a $1 cover.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Here we go. Okay, we got a few people. You should get sponsored by whiskey. Yes. That's like shit. Here we go. $1 shots for every $100. Oh, excuse me, one shot. One per shot 100. For every $100. Okay. Need 4 more shots. Way to be. Thanks for trying to get me lit up. Just backed for 0 and the shirt, but I'm wondering how come there's no. Oh, okay. I'll add that at the end of the stream, bud. Don't worry about that. I'm sorry. I thought. Oh, yes. On the add-ons, I forgot to add the single issue for number 1. Okay, I'll add that as soon as the stream is over, buddy. I appreciate it. Thank you for the heads up. Do you find that happens a lot?
I miss things from time to time.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. As much as I try, I have lists. I have pads of paper. I'm putting check marks and shit. I'm like, oh, how did I? Clearly, the phone rang or something when I was doing this, and it didn't get in. So it happens.
Me too, man. I know, but you know what? I beat myself up because had Michael not said anything right now, I wouldn't have. I don't know. I wouldn't have been ready to do it. Yeah, as soon as this is over, right? So I mean, shit. But yeah, no. Brother, I'll put it up there. Thank you for the heads up. Here we go. Come back to the comments. George Perez did the same level of work as Lim.
Oh, he was well above
with
Lim.
The DC.
Let's be real. That dude was above Lim.
Yeah.
What that dude did was monumental. I would if I have to rank him, George Perez is not even a question.
Yeah, I mean, I like the input on that, right? But let's look at it, right? Infinity Gauntlet. Perez did the first issue.
Infinity Gauntlet, all that. Yeah, Infinity Gauntlet, what he did with the complete redesign of Wonder Woman. He was on Avengers for a long time. I mean,
he was on Avengers twice. Yeah. Dude, his Teen Titans stuff is
Teen Titans. I mean, epic, eternal. Yeah.
The Search for Raven, that whole era. Dude, George Perez is even Justice League stuff, But yeah, I really like Ron Lim. I do, but I love George Perez. But look at it, Ron Lim took over for Perez for the whole Infinity trilogy.
Yeah, which honestly is the right thing to do based on what he was doing with Silver Surfer. That's what should have happened. So yeah. I'm good with that.
I got your back, JD. I love. Listen, Michael. The hate for Massachusetts, it's only for the Boston Red Sox and the New England Patriots, right? Nothing else. I like Massachusetts, the wife and I were up there. In February? We were in the Salem area. I don't know how close you are to that. I thought Harrison's is a top-notch comic book shop. If anybody goes to Salem, please go to Harrison's. It's a pilgrimage. Going to Harrison's felt like a Toys R Us in the 80s, but if it had 40% comic books in there. It was really fucking cool. I love both. Yeah. Okay,
yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. But this is Nerd Wars, Mr. Shepard, and you got to rank it.
No wars. I got you, Jay. Connecticut here. Listen, Connecticut people, bro. You know what I mean? Connecticut people is like Monday they're rooting for the Yankees, Tuesday they're rooting for the Sox. You know, that's a hard one, bro. Right? Connecticut, Rhode Island, upstate New York. You guys are borderline, bro. You guys are borderline. I have no love for those teams either. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Your stock has risen with me for saying that. But going back, this is geek stuff. We'll leave the sports stuff out of this for a minute. George Perez's stuff after Marvel really didn't do it for me. I remember he had a female vigilante book called, I think it was Crimson or something like that.
Yeah.
It didn't pop. It wasn't there.
No.
It wasn't there.
No. He did some stuff for CrossGen that was good.
Okay.
But it wasn't a lot. It was just, and then he did his own book called Saxon Violence.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Which was interesting.
But
it's nothing that blew up the world, but it was it was something.
Hey, Will Smith just reached out to me on the Vicky Styx project and wants to do work with me.
Yeah. Well, I gave him your number.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I was like, you should talk to this JD guy. You might need to get a slap every now and then, but
I was wondering. I was like on the Interceptor campaign. I didn't get many of the marketing fraudsters.
Yeah, no, I don't get many either anymore.
Well, I got 3. In an hour and 7 minutes into the campaign. All right. We can't keep a professional sports team. What do you expect? They were trying to take a WNBA team, for God's sake. Okay. I'm sorry. Connecticut had a WNBA team?
Yeah, the Connecticut Soul or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't familiar.
Something like that. That may not be right, but they did have a team.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so they're still there? Okay. Crimson was wild. How she killed people. Well, I don't think we can. Yeah, I know exactly how she killed the people. I don't want to say it either, but fucking wild. Fucking wild. Classic Peter David and George Perez and Hulk, Future and Perfect. Damn right. That was a touchstone moment, dude. Just going through the Maestro's Museum.
Well, and George did the Avengers Justice League crossover.
He did. Both of them.
Yeah. So,
right, the one that never got produced and the other one, dude. He was, we're coming to that point in our lives, dude.
I got to meet him a couple of times.
Really?
One of them was when he was with CrossGen.
Okay.
And it was a San Diego Comic-Con, and CrossGen had a big booth, had a bunch of their artists, and they were doing free sketches. They had their artists all doing free sketches. So we would stand in line and get free sketches from everybody. So I was like, okay, when I get to George, I know everyone is asking for Wonder Woman. Yeah. I know everyone is asking for the cliche things.
Okay.
I was like, what can I do? How can I stand out? And I was like, got it. And I come up there and I'm like, George, awesome to meet you. Thank you so much. Sign something for me. And he's like, yeah, what would you like? And I was like, give me a JJ Sachs. And he looks at me and he's like, you know what that is? And I was like, Saxon Violence? Yes, sir. Give me a JJ Sachs. So I have in my sketchbook a JJ Sachs George Perez
That's awesome.
sketch. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Which was great because you could see his face be like, no one's ever asked him for that before in his life. So it was a really great moment.
Nice.
And then I got my 15 minutes of standing there watching him draw and talking to him, and I was like, yeah, that was the right choice.
The only George Perez story I got is third person, but it was told to me by Larry Hama. Right, so I got when I ran the convention in Brooklyn, Larry was one of our special guests. Brought him upstairs to the green room, had him some coffee, some donuts, stuff like that. And he was just talking about George Perez. And one time they did a con in Spain. It was late, and they went looking for a bodega. Bodega here in New York is it's the corner store. They wanted to grab a beer and a sandwich, something quick, right? Because that's what you do here in New York at the bodega. But bodega in Spain means not the corner store. It means the not a winery. So they asked quite a few people, and they were like, "Why are you looking for a winery?" They thought they were really, really trashy people. They were trying to slash some wine. So I thought it was funny, but that's the only George Perez story I got, man. Ah, man, damn, what he could have done, dude. You know what I'm saying? What
he did. I mean, what he did was what he did. It's not that he needed to do anything else. He did it all. I mean, dude did it all. So
I don't know, dude. Like, with the need for a resurgence of books right now, you don't think they'd be knocking on his door?
Yeah, but none of those. I mean, even J. Scott Campbell doesn't even do books. You know what I mean? He's only doing covers. No, he doesn't. Scott Campbell does not do books. He does covers.
Oh, he does covers. Excuse me. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Doesn't do interiors.
Yes. No.
Even Jim Lee, he only does it whenever DC needs a mint. Over a few months. Like, oh, we need some money, Jim. Make a book. Okay, I'll make a book. These guys are done. They're done with it. Who's the guy? Silvestri. He did that Batman Joker thing for like 7 years, and then it finally came out. So it's just all these guys are done, man. They're do covers for you, but they're not going to do interiors for you anymore. As much as we would love it, I mean, it's a bang. Listen, J. Scott Campbell comes back and draws anything. It's a mint. You'll sell 1 million copies.
100%.
Yeah, but that's 100%. Just not. That's just
okay.
Not
So
his
we were
business
talking
now.
about this last night, right? If they're only doing covers, then doesn't that lend more precedent to the blind bag? Right? Because if that's
of course, yeah. No, I'm not saying that there's no value in the blind bag. I mean, all the limited edition stuff and it's cool art. Like, my whole thing is just that if everything suddenly becomes a blind bag, we're no longer selling comics. We're now literally selling what do we have what's in the bag? What's in the bag?
Yeah.
There's no care for what's inside the book. So then you come back to, how do you sell Batman? Well, I don't know. Put fucking J. Scott Campbell on it, I guess, is the only way to sell it, right? Yeah. Or the answer is Absolute Batman. You go hyper violent, you go hyper, over the top of things, and Absolute Batman now is selling like wildfire. There's ways to do these. Like I said, what do the fans want? What do they want to see? What does modern culture want to see these characters do? And the answer with Batman is fucking tear people up.
Use an axe.
Uses axe. Uses ear knives. Like,
Oh, you serious?
Dead serious. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Oh man. The axe was stretching it for me. The axe is
moronic. Yeah. But because I bought that first issue, I was like, fine, show me what you got. And I was like, I'm not vibing on this at all. And then when it got to the big fight and like every piece of him was like some kind of a weapon, he just goes like this. Whoosh. I was like, nope. Somebody buy this issue from me. Because I know it's worth like $20 now.
Damn. Okay.
I just was like, this is so not what I want in my Batman. So yeah.
I'm not gonna see, okay. So we're going to, we were talking about those prime artists on specific characters, right?
Yeah.
For me, it wasn't Neil Adams on Batman. It was Jose Luis Garcia Lopez.
Sure. Yeah. But
right?
a lot of it's when you come in too.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Came in on the 80s.
Yeah.
Right.
You're going to vibe on what you started with.
Yeah,
and then
man.
You might have some education going backwards, like, oh, Neil Adams. Oh, these guys. Right. Like I love Norm Brayfogle. Like I loved his blacks and stuff like that. So, Norm Brayfogle is kind of I came up with like the Neil Adams and the Garcia Lopez. I came up with those guys just vaguely, in comics. But I remember when Norm Brayfogle came on, I was like, oh, this looks really different. So I really like Brayfogle stuff.
I got a couple of his Batman. I got it. But
I have a Brayfogle page. I was like, yeah. And it doesn't have a whole lot on it. It does have Batman in a small spot and the Batmobile. But I still have it. So I don't know what it's worth, but I've got a Brayfogle page. So I'm pretty happy. No, I have no plans to sell any of that stuff right now.
Yeah, I like this Prime. I like the Ultraverse book.
Prime was interesting. Yeah, Prime was interesting.
Because again, I'm a sucker for Shazam. I really am. I can't call him Captain Marvel. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was very Shazam. It was
super Shazam.
Shazam-esque.
Oh yeah. All right, we got a lot of people chiming in on this chat. I appreciate everybody who's saying what's up. Thank you. All right, so we got RS at Terrific Con several years ago. I ended up getting drinks with Perez Starlin and Larry Stroman. Way to fucking go, dude. Way to go. I like that.
My first New York Comic Con, I ended up at dinner with Scott Campble. I was like, how the fuck did this happen? And then, Jesse James, Chris Young, he owned Jesse James Comics out in Arizona. He's in Florida now. He comes in and he sits next to me, and he looks over at the guy and he's like, "Who's that guy?" I was like, "That's J. Scott Campbell." And he was like, "Are you kidding?" I was like, "No, it's really him. It's J. Scott Campbell." So that was a weird night for me. I didn't know what to do. I was kind of starstruck because it was before I had worked with him. So it was just sort of like, oh shit, he's like at the table at dinner with me. Like,
very cool.
This is really wild. And then I ended up working with him later. And now whenever I see him, I'm just like, hey, what's going on? So that's really strange. Same with Ryan Otley. I was at Chicago Fest last year, and I was with Henri Compton, and I was at his booth just sitting.
Henri's a good dude, man.
Yeah,
he's a good dude.
I was just sitting. He got me a booth. I was sitting at his booth, and he was selling stuff. And Ryan Otley comes up the aisle, and I just kind of, I didn't even stand up. I was just like, "What's up, Ryan?" And he came over, and he's like, "Oh, what's going on?" And I shook his hand, and Henri's just standing there like a deer in the headlights. He was like, "What do I do? What do I do?" And I'm just talking to him, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, "Oh, and this is Henri, he's a friend of mine." Blah. And he's like, "Oh, cool, good to meet you, Henri." And Henri was just like, he was gone. He didn't know what to do. It was great. It was so funny.
Yeah,
funny.
If Ryan's still in the chat, I'm oblivious. I know faces, I know names. I don't connect faces with names. I don't. Right. So just using New York Comic Con for a moment, there's been quite a few times that we've had, I don't want to say major celebrities, but actors who've been in pretty good roles, just coming over to chew the fat. And that's all I'm doing. I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" Blah 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 blah. And Ryan will be like, "Do you know who that was?" And I'm like, "No." Who? He's like, "Did you watch Ozark?" Or just, "Do you remember American Pie?" And I'm like, yeah, okay. And I was like, "Oh, I don't know, dude. It just like
I know who I know. Like if I know somebody, I know who they are. Yeah. But I'm the same way. There's so many actors and actresses and stuff that I'm just like, I don't know who you people are. I have no clue. I wouldn't. You could tell me your name, and I probably wouldn't even know who it is either. But the people around me are like, "Oh, she was in something."
Right." But see, that same thing applies to comic book people. I'll know the name from the work, but I won't. And I may have seen the face a bunch of times, and I'm like,
well, I'll tell you this: I still don't know what Alex Ross looks like. I have no clue what Alex Ross looks like. In my brain, he just looks like Clark Kent. because I just attach him to Superman art.
Really?
You know what I mean? I'm like, that's got to be what he looks like. I know he doesn't, but I have no clue what Alex Ross looks like. So
Okay.
yeah. So I know who I know, but there are definitely people that I wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah, I've never seen him step foot on the floor.
Yeah,
I tried selling shot glasses to Robert Kirkman once. He laughed, he chuckled, he kept walking. I had a great spiel for the shot glasses. The shot glasses was one of the characters is from Puerto Rico, so we had the Puerto Rican flag behind him, and the line was, "I know you're not Puerto Rican, but your rum probably is. Give it a good home in our shot glasses." That's it, dude. And he's walking right past. I said it. He's like, "Ha ha ha!" I'm like, "Come on, you want a shot?" And he, "Ha ha ha!" And he kept going. I was like, "All right, fuck it." This was Walking Dead was maybe in season 5 at this point, you know. All right, so let me go back to here we go. Calderon. Oh, Calderon lies. Get out of here. No lies are being spoken this night. All right, Shepard. Z. I don't know where the Z is for, brother. But here we go. Brett Booth. Oh, I was a big fan of Brett Booth.
Brett Booth is epic.
Yeah, dude. I really like that Backlash series.
Dude, he's so evolved himself.
Really?
Look at what he's doing. Well, he's not on the book anymore. But look at what he's doing or did with Gunslinger Spawn, because he was on the first 4 volumes of it or something.
Okay.
Like, oh my God.
Really?
That's I mean, I bought the book because of that. I was like, Brett Booth, show me what you're doing with Heaven versus Hell stuff. Yes, please. Okay. So good. So good. He is a bucket list guy for sure.
All right. If I see him in New York Comic Con, I'll send me away.
Yep. Yes.
All right. There are a lot of former Marvel and DC guys and even Image guys that don't get the work they like, that don't get the work like they used to, because those places declared them aged out.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's true.
I did not know that. Have you tried to get any of them for work? I have not. But now that I know this, let's go through the fucking list, bro. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. R.A. Shepard, Art Adams, dude. Art Adams,
top. It's the top of the list.
Top list, but he has a wait list of 12 months plus. Right? 12 months plus to start working on your project.
Yeah.
And then, when he completes it.
I actually tried to go through the side door because I know his wife Joyce, and so Joyce is doing a cover for us.
Oh, very fucking cool! I didn't know his wife was an artist.
Yeah, Joyce Chin. Oh yeah, dude. Oh, she's amazing.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
She's fantastic.
Okay. Yeah. Let me see. Norm Brayfogle is great. I love his art. Yeah, he's been gone now. What? More than 10 years?
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah.
Right.
He's one of those guys I never met either.
Really? Several times. Several times. Yes. Thank you. Yes. No. Yes. Excuse me. Going back to this is Ryan. That the people that I don't know who's who. Yes, it has happened several times, brother. Thank you. I miss Donnie Cates. Donnie Cates passed away.
No, but he got in a car accident or something like that, and he hasn't been doing stuff.
He's starting to work again now.
I think he is. Yeah, but it's been a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was big timing them at first. No, bro. I'm not. I'm a fucking deer in the headlights, dude. When I'm at a con, Tom, I'm not a salesman. It's just I'm a host, right? I'm welcoming people into my place, bro. That's what it is. And if you want to chew the fat, I chew the fat. Unfortunately, the rest of the team has to chime in because sometimes I chew the fat way too long.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And they'll drop a code word or, they'll say, "Oh, this person is looking for you. Come with me." And it's like, "Oh," and like a dummy, I'm like, "Okay, I'll go. Who are we going to go see?" Nobody, stupid. You just wouldn't shut the fuck up. So that's a regular for me. All right. I thought he was okay. Going back to, and he just doesn't recognize faces. That's right, brother. Oh, he got a picture with Alec Ross. I didn't know that. Oh, yes, he did. What was that big hardcover book that had Captain America on the cover?
Marvelocity. It's the next comment.
I'm a dick. There we go. Yes, he had him sign that book. That's right. You see, this just adds more credence. I'm oblivious sometimes to the stuff that's going on. All right, I had to get a Gunslinger Spawn for Brett Booth. Way to be, brother. I have an Adam Warlock Brett Booth commission cover. Okay. A lot of fat to chew here. Damn right. Damn right. I had Williams Ingham. Okay. And then I saw Art Adams sell his Godzilla blind bags at his table.
Yeah, I sent one of my fans and friends. I was like, "You're going to San Diego. Can I get you to go over to that table? Get me one of those."
Very cool.
Yeah. So I got one.
Very cool.
I didn't get anything fancy, but I knew those were going to be hard to come by down the line. So I just wanted to get whatever I could get. So, and I did get the Ghidorah cover, which made me really happy because they were all Godzilla covers except for the one. And so I got 2 Godzilla covers and 1 Ghidorah. So I was like, okay, at least I got that one. So I'm pleased with that.
All right. We touched on Godzilla. You open up the door for that. I've never really been a big Godzilla fan. But don't hate me. Don't hate me. It wasn't great. But the Ferris Bueller Godzilla, I kind of liked it.
Ferris Bueller. Oh, Jesus, that was shit.
It was.
I mean, that was shit.
But they did a animated series, right? We were big on cartoons yesterday.
Yeah, that I'm told, and I never watched it, but I'm told that was actually pretty good.
I own it. Yeah. I got it. I'll send it to you.
That was the one thing that came out of that whole debacle that actually was sort of
it was good.
A decent thing, yeah.
It was good because they expanded upon it, right?
Yeah.
I don't watch the Monarch TV show. I'm not into
it's bad.
it.
It's bad.
Okay. I'm really lost on the American stuff that's been happening. You know, the one where with Elizabeth Olsen and
that was the 2014 one, dude. That was
the 2014 one, really?
Or 2016 or what? That's the first one. Yeah, that's like 10 years old. That one now.
And then the one after that with Millie Bobby Brown and the guy from
the one after that was Kong Skull Island.
Oh,
and then the Millie Bobby Brown one.
Oh, you see,
with Ghidorah, and then
Ghidorah was in the bat with the 3 heads.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you had Godzilla versus Kong. That's where they teamed up. And then you had just last year's like Godzilla X Kong. This is not a good movie.
But I thought -1 was fucking amazing.
-1 is great, but -1 is its own entity. It's not a continuity based thing. It's just its own
it was
thing.
good.
And that's from Toho. That's not American. That's Toho
Really?
Godzilla stuff. They are making a sequel to that right now. They are actually doing a sequel.
I'm with it.
Should be out next year. They're talking about, so we'll see.
Dude, that emotional beat, and then the turn at the end was like, oh, I loved it. Here we go. Jay got a Mark Spears cover. You know, I'm not familiar with Mark Spears, dude.
I don't understand the love of it. I really don't.
What has he done, dude?
He does his own book called Monsters. It's 3D digital art, which is fine. I mean, I deal with people that deal with that stuff all the time, but it just doesn't carry for me at all. It doesn't hold any weight. But it's crazy. People are all about it. And whenever he does variant covers for stuff, like people are all about it. So, but you'll never get a cover. Don't even worry about it because you won't get it.
Really?
Yeah.
He'll take the commission, or he can't.
No, he just won't even do it. He has too much on his own plate because he doesn't just his book. He doesn't just do the covers. He does the insides too. So he's making his own book plus doing variants for like Dynamite and whoever else.
Okay.
So yeah, no, you're not getting that anytime soon.
All right. Yeah, I'm sorry, not familiar. But then we got Love Me Some Mignola. I do too. In the proper context. I remember his
proper context is good, yeah.
Right? The Alpha Flight stuff, I was like, what? Right? The X Factor stuff, I was like, what? But the Hellboy stuff?
Yeah.
God damn.
That's fair. Context, yeah, is fair. I still don't love it, even in Hellboy, but it
really
fits, it works, but I don't love it. It's not, which is weird because it's very sort of Norm Brayfogle-esque with all the blacks and
Right.
that kind of stuff.
Right.
So, and that's what I'm saying. Like it does have an appeal to me, but I'm not all in on it. It's okay. It's okay.
You just bought the whole Alpha Flight run, bro. It's funny. I mentioned the Mignola stuff. I've got those 2 covers, right? One of them was the first appearance of somebody. I forgot who. But I've been on a big John Byrne tear, and I've been trying to complete my John Byrne runs. I got a couple Supermen. I've got all his West Coast Avengers. I have all of his Alpha Flight, all of his Namors. I have all of his Captain Americas, some of his Avengers, the majority of his X-Men stuff. There's a hell of a lot more of that. Right? What else? I don't have any of his Iron Fist stuff. I guess some of his Wonder Woman stuff. But the Alpha Flight stuff.
Oh, his Wonder Woman stuff.
Yeah, the Wonder Woman stuff was bad. His Wonder Woman stuff.
I was bummed on that too, because he had an interesting concept with turning her into a goddess.
Goddess of
truth. I was like, oh, you landed on something there. That's really interesting. But the execution of it just all fell apart. Just didn't do it.
And his art style started to change.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
I mean, once he got to Next Men, I just couldn't jam with him anymore, dude. And then he went back and he was doing the DC Generations stuff, and it was just like, you're not there, brother. You're not there. Was the magic Terry Austin?
It's part of it, certainly. Right. Certainly part of it. Yeah, of course. You can't take that away. But it's also just time over time,
Okay.
People if you're not active in it, if you're not or the other part is there are definitely times when artists are like, I'm going to change it up. Like they purposely are like, I've done this for long enough, I'm going to swap it up. Frank Miller with his Sin City stuff, right? Even Jim Lee did that same thing. He was like, oh, let me do a different type of thing with Death Blow.
Yeah.
So there are times when artists are purposely change themselves,
right?
To just keep it fresh for themselves, which I totally get. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Dude, I love it when people are just engaging with us, man. Fucking, it's awesome. Here we go. William coming back with, are you picking up Brian's X-Men Elsewhere book? Yeah, when it comes out, dude. Because I didn't want to be one of those people who just downloaded everything and then fucking photocopied it and then fucking made a book out of it. No, let me see it. Let me see a finished version of it, a polished version. I'm with it. Not sure if it could be called professional work because it's not comics, but I got hired to make illustrations for some short stories in an anthology that's going to be crowdfunded later this month. Way to be, Michael.
Listen, Stephen King says, if you are paid for your creative work, you are a professional.
There you fucking go, bro. Michael, when that crowdfund is ready to launch, let me know, let Calderon know, and you come on with us, bro. You push it. You just, sit in the room with us, man.
Come in here, talk shit like I do,
it.
And just have some fun.
Man. Look,
have some fun.
Look what it is. We're having, Tom doesn't drink, but I do. We're just, you know what I mean? We're just fucking chewing the fat, bro. That's all it is, man. This is the fun part of comics because every other part of comics, we're just stuck fucking behind the computer. Tuck, 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 tuck. Here we go.
Honestly, let's be real for a second. This is the part that I think most shows, podcasts, whatever, miss the point. They get too intent on trying to find and answer the questions of the fucking universe. And it's just like, no, just get together, let people talk about comics. We are just free flowing right now. I mean, It is just, we are everywhere. We are down the rabbit hole. That makes for fun entertainment for the crowd over there. Makes it fun for us.
Yes.
Right? Because we're just going. We're not sitting here worried about the question of the night is.
Right.
And there's a place for that. And I like those. I like what Calderon does with his shows. I love those shows. But there's too many of those that are like that and not enough that are just let's just get loose and and just see where this takes us, and whatever.
That's all, bro.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all. I love that. I love that. I love that. I do. We just fall down the fucking rabbit hole, right? Come back. People like you guys get me motivated to get myself out there, bro. I'm glad.
Michael is like my only YouTube viewer. Or I shouldn't say my only viewer, but he's the only guy on YouTube that actually posts and like asks questions and stuff.
I love that.
Whenever I do my feed,
I love that.
Michael's in there and he's on YouTube.
Yeah, man.
Like, okay,
dude, he's out there. You know what I mean? He's trying. That's all you gotta fucking do, dude. That's all you gotta do, man. Way to be. I'd love to talk to you when your stuff comes out. The Burn X-Men Elsewhere is classic Burn. I'm with that. Thanks for the motivation, bro. Anytime, man. And thanks for the invite, of course. Jay, I could see you do a bootleg version of Great Lakes Avengers, a total parody. Bro, that would be fucking awesome.
Five Boroughs Avengers.
Oh my god. God damn. You're giving gold. You're giving gold, bro. You're giving gold, right? Flat Man, Mr. Immortal, Big Bertha, Songbird, and Doorman, right? Those five. That's it. Those five, bro. Great Lakes. One for each finger. Man. You know what? We'll add the driver of their ship, as the name of your lake. What's Tom's lake?
Are you kidding? It's called Big Dog Lake.
Oh my god! That's the fucking mascot. That's the fucking mascot of the Great Lakes Avengers, right? Big dog. Fucking love it. I fucking love it. Damn right. There's only 4 boroughs that fucking matter, especially after last week. Fuck yeah. Stanley. Oh. You're not familiar with New York, right? It's coming out of me now. It's not coming out of me. All right. We got our 5 boroughs, right?
Yes.
We got Brooklyn and the Bronx, which are always fighting over Manhattan, right? And Queens is that other sibling that has done well. You know what I mean? The one that doesn't fight with the other 3, that paid attention in school, that made something out of themselves, right? But is there, and every once in a while can throw an elbow into the fucking fight if they need to. Staten Island, that's the little fucking punk kid, right? That the parents didn't really fucking want. And the older brother's too old to actually play with the fucking kid. He's the one that, he wouldn't plug in the Nintendo controller just so he could shut the fuck up and do something with you, right? That's what Staten Island is. When it comes to my story, New York versus the world, Staten Island is, and what has always been, the dump. In my story, New York versus the world, that's where they dump all of the dead bodies, right? To keep whatever infection and pollutants clear of the area. All right. But Staten Island was known as the biggest fucking dump for New York City. And that's what it fucking is. And that's what it's always going to fucking be. And Jersey doesn't want them. And we don't fucking want them. Right? But they're... All right. I'm a think tank. I do get paid for my work. All right. We'll pay you in comics. All right. We'll send you some comics. All right. The 5 boroughs. No. You see, now you negated the payment. The 5 boroughs protectors doesn't work, bro. You got to go with the alliteration. I get paid to think, right? The enemy leather. Oh no. You're losing money. You're losing money. Bro.
You got to pay. You got to pay Jay now.
Yeah. Yonkers is upstate. Okay. You were talking about the X-Men earlier, right? Where do the X-Men live? Westchester County.
Westchester, yeah.
All right. So you got the Bronx, you got Eastchester, Westchester, and Yonkers. Somewhere up there. Doesn't fucking matter. It's all the Bronx. It really fucking is. That's all the fucking is. The same
so the
way
X-Men lives in the Bronx?
Pretty much.
Okay.
It's you know why? It's all part of one landmass.
Yeah.
Right? The same way that Queens becomes Long Island and Brooklyn to an extent becomes Long Island. It's all one land mass. I don't want to. Oh, I don't want to get into it now, but I will be getting into that as I dive deeper into the Vicky Styx series, which is currently live on Kickstarter right now.
Seems to me you need to take a shot.
Oh, my man. You know why I'm taking a shot?
Because
I'll show you why I'm taking a shot.
Because you broke that 100?
No, we didn't take we're close. We're close, baby. We're at 643. We're at 643. We're another $1.57 away from getting funded. Way to go. Way to go. I want to thank everybody who's been joining us. I want to thank everybody who's been commenting and hanging out with us and engaging in the chat. I appreciate it. I know Tom, yeah, he just said it a moment ago. This is what entertains him. But the fact that, so many of you are chiming in and actually backing the campaign, way to be. And yes, Vicky Styx will explore parts of early New York, right after the Hamilton period, but only in flashback scenes as the series progresses. All right. So Yonkers is up there. Here we go. The mob had a similar idea, Jay. Yes, they did, bro. As close as I live to Howard Beach, come on, don't put me in the hot seat like that, bro. That's right. That's the exit right behind me. I don't know if anybody saw Goodfellas, but that's right here. Howard Beach is to the left of me. Canarसी's to the right of me. I'm in the hot seat. Upstate is where your villain comes from to invade the city. Okay, way to go. X-Men and them Facts of Life kids lived upstate. I didn't know. That's a deep pull there, William.
Trudy was a mutant? What?
I didn't know they came. Shit, George Clooney. George Clooney was. You might as well have been fucking Gambit, right? Comes in later on in the series, steals the spotlight. Whatchamacallit. But yeah, no. So the X-Men took place in Westchester. There was no underground subway tunnel for the Morlocks that went from the Bronx all the way to Westchester. That is straight bullshit. Yeah, it does not go that far. I don't even think there's subways in the Bronx. Once they get to the Bronx, I think all the trains are above ground. But yeah, so they were, but it was right there. It's a 30-minute drive to the city. They did not need to take the Blackbird jet into Manhattan from Westchester. It's that fucking close. And like Drink Champs. There we go, bro. We're having a good fucking time. We're bullshitting. We're engaging with everybody. Yes, William. Yes, William. There you go, Tom. Right there for you, baby. Okay? Too many alligators in the tunnels.
Oh, is that right?
I showed them proof.
I had something.
William, not last night, but prior, that they were here. Here we go. We got Lido Beach, LOL, Long Beach. We stay away from that one. Is there an add-on for the shirts? I want to grab shirt C. I'll put that one on there too as well, brother. So wait, you wanted to get 2 shirts or 3 shirts?
Well, is there an add-on for shirts? So apparently the shirts are not add-ons. So you got to make the shirts add-ons.
You know what? Because there's something. I don't know if you can do it now. Can you?
You can add stuff. Yeah.
Right, because they let you do a single issue and variants, right? Drop downs. So those variant drop downs for the single issue, if the single issue instead was a T-shirt, the variant drop down could be the different sizes, right?
Yeah.
Because they allow you to do cover A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
All right, Michael, I'm gonna give me till the morning. All right, so I can try to figure that out. But I will set it up, brother. I will set it up. Any sketch covers for Vicky Styx? No, I do have blank sketch covers. So if you want to get them done, I can always add them, and they are blanks for issue number 1. But the guys that I work with are not around the corner, right? They're not here. One of the guys is going to be coming up from Columbia for New York Comic Con.
No, I think he means just blank covers, not pre-sketched, just sketch covers.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's what he means. Yeah.
If that's what you mean, I can add that. I can add that, RS. You had a court case today, David. All right. Here's the thing, dude. I think I mentioned this at the top of the show. Or what did I say it in the green room?
What?
I said it backstage.
I don't know what you were trying to tell him.
Too many times I see these live streams, these podcasts. And
oh yes,
there. Dude, some of them look janky, right? And I'm just trying to present a better image. That's all. I'm trying to sell something. I'm not selling a fucking car or anything like that, but I just want to present a better image, man. You know, I don't want to be out here with a, I don't know, holes in my t-shirt or fucking sleeping in my bed or sunk deep down into the chair, like, Tom was trying to show the example of, right?
Please buy my comic.
Right? I mean, don't get me wrong. From the waist down, I'm wearing, I got the G-string.
Nothing going on down there.
I went full Brazilian for tonight. But the upper deck. No, William, it's not. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. You got this Kickstarter. Way to be. Thank you, Michael. Sell your soul to Mephisto. I fucking would. I take that deal. I take that fucking deal. For many, many reasons.
Sell Galactus to Mephisto.
No.
Soul is fine. Not selling Galactus.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I got you.
Because that's gonna be my Sisyphean treatment in hell, right? That's gonna be my curse, right? It'll just be like, oh, Galactus is right there, and I'll never be able to touch him.
But you can't hold him anymore.
I can't, right? Whereas right now, all I gotta do is
no snuggling.
There we go.
Oh shit!
There you go. He still lights up. Same batteries from the beginning, baby. All right.
Well, be careful with that. They're going to go bad in there and wreck the gum. Wreck the connectors, the battery. If the battery is in there too long, it'll corrode and it'll fuck up the system.
Thank you. I will make that adjustment. Yeah, because that's 2 years in there.
It's like you see that all the time with like old Star Wars toys because they had batteries for the zing 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 sounds, and you'll see them now and they're like, oh yeah, the stuff is corroded because somebody left their batteries in too long.
Not a clip on. No, you know what I had that experience with? The A-Team action figures. And it's gonna sound weird. Hannibal had a boat. He came packaged with a boat, and we put the boat in the water because it was able to float, and the batteries to make the propel and go right. But I never dried it when I took it out the water. So corroded. I've been there.
Yeah.
I got what you're saying, JD. The time I was on a live stream, trying to make myself presentable. Yeah, bro, that's what you got to do, man. I don't know. I may sound weird to some people. That's my thing, dude. We got to be better forward facing, right? Like I'm upset that Tom stopped wearing his fucking ears. That was his gimmick. That was his fucking thing, dude.
Well, that's just because my wires are all fucked up and I haven't had a chance to get new wires.
Okay.
Yeah. So that'll come back.
Yeah, good. All right. Tom, appreciate this. I do have a cool t-shirt that is now too big for me of Godzilla illustrated as a giant tarot card on the front. Okay. Way to fucking be, bro. Way to be. Was it for a movie promotion or did you get it at a con or something like that?
Yeah, it's probably just there's tons of Godzilla stuff out there now, and it's just art from whoever's making it. Yeah.
Are you coming to New York Comic Con, William? I asked you last night. You didn't answer me. If you're coming, I'll wear the fucking tie. I got no problem wearing the fucking tie, bro. I got no problem. I love wearing ties. I know it sounds weird. I miss wearing fucking ties. I do. Here we go. We got Tom's headset ears were pretty cool. Way to go. Yep, I'll be fuck yeah, you'll be there. God damn it. Awesome. That made me happy. All right. I missed the ears for a minute. I thought it was someone else. Bring back the ears. My wife likes the ears, bro. Bring back the ears. Dude, I thought you had a gold chain on. I saw it on the phone. I couldn't tell.
It's a whole new world for me.
There you go, bro.
Bringing my chains in. Yeah.
There you go. Here, I'll wear a whole black suit. I'll look like Common instead of John Wick, though. Yes. You know what? Man. I know you won't bring it out, but check this out, Tom. Was it last year or the year before? Ryan is a huge Giants fan. That's his team. Eli is his guy. So it was 2 years ago. We knew that he was going to be at the convention.
Eli was?
Eli was.
Okay.
All right. Ryan had already set it up. He goes, as soon as he comes, I'm out. So if I disappear, we're like, we got it. That's your thing. Don't worry. Right? My brother-in-law's brother-in-law came by. And he was like, oh, I just walked up here and I bumped into Eli. He is a huge Eagles fan. So Eli for him is nothing, right? Bro, Ryan was fucking gone. He almost took down the whole goddamn display. I mean, not because he hit anything, but the fucking the tailwind that carried behind him as he shot out was like boom. He was there. He showed up on video. He was standing next to Eli on the video. He was wearing his Eli jersey. He got Eli to sign his jersey right there on the spot. It was a fucking moment for him. I'm so happy he got that. Right? I bought it at a Hands Big and Tall store. Okay, and it is wide as it was back then. Okay, all right. Here we go. Dudo. Yeah,
I got
farting or tailwind. I don't know.
Both. I got to meet Kellen Winslow, Charlie Joyner, and Dan Fouts all at the same event one time and got them all to sign stuff.
Nice.
So that's as a Chargers guy, that was like
very nice. Okay.
Yeah, and then I did get to meet Drew Brees at a mini camp once, and he signed one of my cards from mini camp or training camp or whatever it was. So I had a couple. Oh, and I met Stan Humphries. We were at
very cool.
Yeah. Stan was my guy. I loved Stan back in the day, and we were at a Chargers game, and it was Stan Humphries' day. They were going to like put him in the Ring of Honor or something, and we were, where the hell were we? I think we were just like walking up to the stadium, and there was like an outdoor patio where like the people were, the important people were hanging out. And Stan was just kind of right at the edge, like right where the rope would be. Like you can't come across this rope, but he was like right there. And I was like, I'm going to go talk to that guy. and I just did. I just walked up to him. I was like, Stan. And I just reached my hand out, and I just figured he'd be like, hey, what's going on? He just reached over the rope, shook my hand, had his AFC championship ring on. I was like, boom, and for me, like when you watch TV, you don't really realize how big these guys are. And when you look at Stan Humphries on TV, especially when he's next to some of these other gigantic dudes, you're like, I can be Stan Humphries. I mean, I can be that guy. But here's this little guy from the NFL who is just like, completely beefed up. And I was like, Jesus Christ, now I know why you're, who you are. And I'm watching games instead of playing them, because this is a quarterback. A small quarterback was like gigantic. Beast. But he was very cool. He was like, what's going on? Hey, go Chargers, whatever. I was like, okay, awesome. So that was cool. I really like that.
So I hope William is still here in the chat. But in the building next door to us, Emerson Boozer lived next door. For those of you who are watching who don't know, Emerson Boozer was the running back for the Jets when they won the Super Bowl, right? Super Bowl III. Now, Floral Park, where the Jets used to practice, is 20 minutes from here. So this was a great place, right? The next exit, that's JFK. Or excuse me, the second exit from us is JFK. So he was able to travel, do his thing, right? Hit the games. I didn't know it was Emerson Boozer. So in front of my building, we have a paddleball court. I don't know if you know what paddleball is. It's like racquetball. It's just a wall. It doesn't have the four sides. It's just one, right? She told me that my dad was always playing paddleball outside with a big guy from the Jets. I always thought it was a lineman.
Yeah.
Right? And then his cousin told me, when I'm in high school, he said, no, that was Emerson Boozer. He used to play with him. I'm like, Oh, fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah. So Dad is a Jet fan. I'm a Jet fan. The only picture though I got of my dad before he passed away, I'm wearing a fucking Roger Starbuck fucking helmet and jersey because my uncle was a Cowboys fan.
Mm-hmm.
So here he is, and I'm sitting in between my dad and my uncle on the trunk of the car. I'm 4, maybe 5, right? And I got a Roger Starbuck fucking helmet and Cowboys jersey on. What the fuck, man? Oh, that's bittersweet. Bittersweet. That one sucks, man. That one sucks, man. I wish I could have a fucking picture with him as a Jet fan. But here we go. Calderon is Mephisto. Oh, yeah. The jersey's behind glass, bro. It's never coming out again. Okay. Way to be, bro. You know, listen, that was your moment. I'm so happy you had it, you know? And then here we go. One comes to this podcast to learn about comics, and boom, now I know a lot about sports. Damn right, brother. Damn right. So finally, when you come up here to New York, right, you get to talk about it with us. My father-in-law grew up with Dr. J. Way to fucking be. Dr. J was my man, bro. Dr. J was my man. Because of Jay, right? But no, it's like I remember, like RS, I hope we're of the same age, right? I was born in 75. Tom, you're around the same.
71.
There we go, right? So
I don't really know basketball, though. I only know Dr. J because of those ads in comics.
Yes, sir. That's where I was going. That's where I was going, bro. Hostess fruit pies all fucking day. Yeah. Yes.
That is all I know of Dr. J.
Yes. Yes, Dr. J, bro. So, I mean, that's synergy, right? That's synergy. I would buy the VOD of an animated movie with JD Calderon as the voice of Mephisto. Really? I don't think his voice is sinister enough to be Mephisto. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Desaad from Apocalypse, Darkseid's guy. No, you don't know who Desaad is?
Yeah, all those guys need to have like deep, sinister voices. Like Calderon can't do that.
No,
Calderon's way too Spider-Man style, high pitch. Tom Holland, Mr. Stark. That's JD.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay. I thought you were leaning more towards Dr. Octopus.
No. I would not see Calderon voicing a villain. I don't think I could see that. I think I could see that. No.
Yeah. All right. I think I'd do Bibbo in the Superman cartoons. That's
okay. Okay. So I take it back. He could be Mr. Mxyzptlk. That would work.
There you go.
There you go.
Here you go. All right, you were born in 78. Okay, so you're around the same. You know what? We're all the generation kids. We're all the Generation X kids, bro. 78. Way to be, bro. So you remember Dr. J again from those hostess.
That's it. Because I didn't really watch sports when I was a kid. I didn't watch sports until high school. That's where I got into football. And then I kind of got into all of it at that point. And I worked at a sports card shop, so I was deep in sports. Fucking, oh my God. I'm so glad all that information is gone.
Really?
I don't want to. Oh yeah. Cause I used to know everybody's like rookie year, which version, which score and upper deck and Donruss and, all this horse shit. Like I had all of that in here. It was deep and it made me mad. Cause I didn't want it. And so when I finally let it all out, I was like, oh God, so good. But what was funny was that, so on Netflix, do you have Netflix?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a new documentary called America's Team about the Cowboys in the 90s.
Okay. I saw it. Yeah.
It's fantastic.
I didn't watch it, but I've seen it.
Oh yeah. It's fantastic. Yeah. Like it's incredibly good. Like it doesn't even matter if you like the Cowboys. I'm not a Cowboys fan. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not.
But what it did was it was really great in just like taking you back to that time, because it wasn't just the Cowboy story. It was Jerry Jones. It was all the stuff Jerry was doing to expand the NFL markets. For example, NFL had a sponsorship with Coke, right? Okay. But Jerry was like, well, that's fine, but my stadium is going to have Pepsi. and they went back and forth, and they had immense lawsuits against each other.
Really?
Which Jerry ultimately won at the end of the day. Well, he won / settled all of it. But so it's Jerry's story of who he is, where he came from, how he changed the NFL because he did. And then the parallel to that is Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Deion Sanders, all of that. But I mean, it takes you right back. You feel like you're in 1992, 93, 94, 95. You're right there. It was such a great feeling. I was really surprised how I was like, God damn, I remember all of this. Like there was a shot of the Super Bowl where they were playing the Steelers, and I was like, oh, this is the onside kick. And then the guys literally show the onside kick like on the next thing. I was like, how do I remember this? But it was so good that it took you back and just unlocked everything that you were going to remember from back then. So I got to
check it out.
It's really good.
Damn, I'm going to send you the picture. At New York Comic Con the last 2 years, the guy who's been tabling next to me, Ron, works for the NFL as one of their logistics people for events.
Okay.
And last year, he transported the rings from every Super Bowl.
Oh.
And he's got the picture of him with the case open.
Yeah.
And oh man, there was an interesting story how one of the rings had either gone missing or was stolen or something happened, and it was donated by one of the staff people, not one of the players.
Yeah.
The set.
Yeah.
But you see how the rings go from little
to just gigantic
monsters,
diamonds.
Dude. Yeah. The monsters, like one of them, he was able to stick 2 fingers.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to get too dirty. We spoke about Crimson. All right. Here, let's go back into the chat for a second. Michael Tom has a great point. Calderon for the Vulture. Oh, I like that.
Are you saying Calderon is old?
Oh, I like this here. Jay could voice the Prowler. I am totally down with doing that. Totally down. Which one are we talking about? Are we talking about the original Prowler, Hubie Brown, or are we talking about the new Prowler, who is Miles' uncle? But I got no problem doing either one. Tom is Darkhawk. Really?
I would assume that Darkhawk would have some sort of a mechanical kind of thing happening, like a Darth Vader sort of extra sound to it.
Yeah, they really dropped the ball on him. They try to give him that shot during the whole Annihilation crossover event. Make him that he was an alien bird of prey. It didn't.
What?
Yeah.
I only remember him as the original, and then that weird organic suit, like at the end of his run.
I don't remember that at all.
Oh, dude, look that up. That's wild shit. How he went from that black thing with wings to this space swamp thing nonsense.
Really?
Holy God. That was really out there. So I'm glad that they sort of reverted him back to the bird. No.
He's the bird, but he's the bird in space, but he's a little far into the whole Deus Ex Machina thing where he can always conjure up as many guns as he needs to on his body.
Okay.
It's just like, come on, man. I fucking hate that. I do. And I don't think it's Chris Powell anymore. I think it's a different character.
I don't know enough about Darkhawk to even worry about it. But I do remember that crazy costume. It was just, who designed this piece of shit?
It was bad. It was bad. The one single claw, the wings, could only glide. Come on. I mean, this was the 90s. We were doing edgier stuff. We had the New Warriors, great street team. I love the New Warriors. I really did. What sport and what team would Vicky Styx and Critter be fans of? Oh, I love how you're bringing that one up, buddy.
Well, I'll tell you this. I don't know what the answer is, but I will tell you this. In Ursa Minor, which is a book, when I wrote it in 2012, and I wrote it that the first issue took place in 2022, something like that. So it was like a small future jump.
Okay.
I wrote in that first issue that the Chargers were in Los Angeles. This was before it happened. So I did predict that the Chargers moved from San Diego to Los Angeles in Ursa Minor. I'm patting myself on the back for that one.
Very nice.
That did happen. That's a real thing.
Okay. All right. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Well, since we're on the Vicky Styx topic, in issue 3.
Take a shot.
Take a shot?
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me that you broke the 100 mark and you had to take a shot again.
No. We're still stuck at the 643.
Okay.
We're stuck at the 643, yes.
Right.
20 backers, 643. But no, in Vicky Styx issue number 3, we find out she is a wrestling fan.
Okay.
All right. That's going to play a part in the backdrop of the story leading into something after that. But she is based in Queens. So unfortunately for me, she is a Met fan.
But see, you are enforcing that though, and it's not required. People live in different cities and like different teams all the time.
That's true. But people in Queens,
it's just that. Okay.
they're locked in.
Yeah.
That's their thing. The City Field is very easy to access. They did something really nice. So while they were constructing the new stadium, they did it in the parking lot of the old stadium. And once they go down the old stadium, they put down brass markers for first, second.
Third, I remember this. Yeah.
And the pitching mound.
Yep.
So you go there, and everyone recreates the Buckner moment. You just think, you know what they're doing, because that first base is in between the parking lot sections, right? I think third base is a parking spot, but third base is in between that driving zone. And once you see somebody bend over, you already know, oh, they're recreating the moment. They just fucking recreated the moment. Here we go. Mr. Immortal, the guy from Great Lakes. Which one of us would be the voice? Tom? Me?
I don't know who that is, Mr. Immortal.
Mr. I, the leader of the Great Lakes Avengers.
Oh yeah, I do not know the Great Lakes Avengers. No.
Yeah.
I do not know them.
Yeah. Dinosaur. I call her Songbird. There we go. I'm sorry. It was Dinosaur. Yes. Oh man. Was Doorman? Did they figure out, or did they turn him into Death Urge? Did that happen? I don't remember.
This is beyond deep in the weeds for me.
Yeah. Oh, you guys were making fun of me with the Celestials yesterday. Oh, but you don't know who Death Urge is. Oh.
Nobody cares.
Yeah. That is true. But look, I mean, I asked the question about a dead man because Doorman is dead in the series. But dude, we ran 2 hours tonight. Way to be. Thanks for hanging out. I didn't think we'd go this long. I thought we were going to drop out an hour. That second hour just flew by, and I appreciate you hanging out with us.
Of course.
Excuse me. Appreciate everybody else who was in the chat hanging out with us. Made it engaging. This was fun. And hope you come back next week, Friday. We'll be here bullshitting. Just chewing the fat, dude. Last night we were talking about cartoons. Love cartoons.
Oh, I found that G.I. Joe. It's on Tubi.
Oh, yes. Yes,
yeah.
It is.
So I watched that first episode.
Oh, it was bad, though, wasn't it?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah.
Like I was unprepared for how truly bad.
Yeah.
All of it was.
Like, the Griffin Bacall episodes, they were pushing it, right? They were pushing it.
But visually it was fine. Character base, it was fine. Like this You didn't even know who these fucking characters were. The art was terrible.
Yeah.
Now they did have Snake Eyes. They did have Cobra Commander. Still had that. It was the same dude, so that carried over. But like just from a design sense, and I know it was all based on toys, but the design sense was terrible. The music was terrible. The animation was terrible. Like the stories were terrible. Like, oh my God, I was unprepared for the devastation of it.
And it gets worse. Because that's when they lean into the whole anti-drug thing. So it was the poorest of the G.I. Joe subgroups was the DEF, right? The Drug Enforcement Squad, DEF.
Okay.
And the bad guy, his name was Headman, and he wore a pinstripe suit and the domino mask and a fedora. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. Definitely. It was so bad. Oh my God, it was so bad. But anyways, thank you everybody for hanging out with us. We almost funded in this time. We were chewing the fat. Oh, look at that. He did work for Death Urge. Thank you. Thank you, RS. I appreciate it. You see, some people know how to go deep in the weeds, Tom. Okay. All right. I appreciate that. Thank you. And before we get out of here, brother, how can they find you?
BigDogInc.com, guys. And next Saturday, at this time, we'll be live with the Legend of Oz Omnibus. We'll be doing that noon Eastern time next Saturday.
You know what? Maybe next Saturday night we chew the fat again too. We fucking bullshit if you want.
Sure.
All right?
Sure. Yeah.
We'll do that. And right? Maybe I'll put the big comic on your side. We'll put what was it again that's being launched?
Legend of Oz.
Legend of Oz. We'll put it on that side. All right.
Yeah.
We'll make it big.
Make it big.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Have a good night, folks.
See ya.